Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my goodness, we're working on socks today. It's another one of my series. I am just full of series this month, which is better than being full of another S word. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, this whole new year, 2025, I'm like, breathe the fresh air. We're getting snow again, but whatever. You know, I'm in Colorado. It's to be expected. Breathe the fresh air, enjoy life, do the things that you want to do, have fun, be creative. And I'm making socks, and it's January. Now, for all the new people that are here, because I've gotten a lot of new people lately, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming, liking, subscribing. It's been amazing. So for all the new people, I try my darndest to do at least 10 pair of socks every year. I give them away to my children and my husband and my children's spouses, right? You know, because I'm Nana, right? I don't make them for the grandkids. Their feet grow too fast. But I do that. And if I'm feeling really generous and I've got extras made up, I'll give them for Christmas and birthday. Because my family, it's been a tradition for well over a decade. They get hand knit socks. And I started that with my children, and now my children are married and they have children, right? So, you know, that's how that goes. So Nana makes socks. And a lot of times I don't want to make socks in January because I procrastinated all year long, and then I had to jam pack them in the last 6 months, and I want to make other things. I like making socks, but you know, it's like, come on. So, usually I don't want to touch a foot related thing until like June, July. I don't. So it surprises me the most that I am voluntarily making socks. So this series is to the toes. Anything that you feel is related, foot related, slippers, socks, you want to make those little strappy toe shoes or whatever, is dreaming of summertime, you go for it, right? You know, anything along that line. If you're a content creator and you want to join in, hashtag to the toes. If you're just a viewer and you want to join in, make anything foot related. It doesn't matter size or anything along that line. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm also challenging myself. Last year, my socks were, most of them were the plain vanilla. There were a couple of patterned socks, but my fancy work that I did was I did contrasting heel, toe, and cuff on the majority of what I did last year. So this year I want to kind of step the game up a little bit. I want to add some color. I want to add some splash. And whoops, I'm going to lose them over here. Color. I've got color. Oh my gosh, look at that. That just practically glows. And I've had it in my stash for a long time. You'll notice that theme. I've had a lot of things in my stash for a long time. Why not use it? I mean, I got it because, well, hello, it's gorgeous. And I love orange. Yeah, I like a lot of things orange. I'm a big orange fan. Yeah, so this is orange and bright pink, and it's like neon and everything, and then pair it with this, you know, and so this is your typical sock yarn. This Okotex standard, I did not realize that, but that's cool. This is a 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, and where's the care instructions on this one? I don't know. But this is XXL trekking. Oh, it says wash in 40 degrees, and it's a lay flat to dry. You know, don't bleach it, but you know, why would you want to bleach your yarn? I mean, that's just weird. And then this is the Barocco vintage sock yarn. I've been doing a lot with this because I got some of these mystery bags from Aberdeen Wool, and I'm not affiliated or anything, but they have the best mystery bags, my opinion, because I use Barocco yarn. I like Barocco yarn, and the majority of what I've gotten from my mystery bags is Barocco yarn that I used to pay full price for. Well, generally, that's what I do, right? I don't steal stuff. That's naughty. So this is, I think it's similar composition. Oh no, it's not. This is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon. This one's made in Peru, and it says machine wash in cold water on delicate cycle, lay flat to dry. I do need to test that out because I am making socks that I'm giving to my family with this yarn, and I give them socks every year, so they're not labeled on. I don't put like a tag on them that says, ooh, this one's special care and this one you can just throw in the washing machine and dryer. And I don't want them to accidentally ruin them. I mean, I won't cry over it if they do, because I'll make them another pair next year. But they might be sad because they look forward to their socks every year, and the last thing they want is to ruin them the first wash, right? So here's my colors. You want to see the pattern? Oh my gosh. This is a free pattern, by the way. I'll link it down below if you haven't had a chance to grab it already. I am excited. This is called Circuit Socks. It's by Shuyi Wu. Maybe that's how you pronounce the name. I am not good at name pronunciations, but you know, I'm not trying to be rude. So this is a mosaic sock. Look at that. And on that particular thing, trying to get the sock picture right in the middle of the ring light so you can see it. I mean, I think I did a great job of picking the colors. Look at that, right? I think I did fantastic. I think this one's like a navy, but whatever. I would prefer black or gray. That's just my opinion. And I think I did great on picking the colors. I'm really excited. See, look, that's what I don't know if they changed colors every time or they just used a self-stripe yarn, you know, the white with a self-striping yarn. So you can do whatever you want because, well, you can. I lost my train of thought. I completely lost my train of thought. So I'm wanting to do patterned socks. I'm wanting to do crazy. I'm wanting to do a little bit more fun. Now I'll still do plain socks because I can see too many pattern socks in a row are going to wear me out. This is my first pair. This is, oh, that's what I was going to say. Mosaic. This is my first pair of mosaic socks. And the circuit socks is also mosaic. And if you're not familiar with it, look at that. Look at the optical illusion that it gives, right? You know, it kind of looks like a chain. If you're not familiar with mosaic knitting, it's great for color work without having to have the strands. I'm going to turn this inside out. I do like to show the inside of my work, especially on color work stuff, because most people don't. And I know when I was first beginning to learn color work and do stuff, I wanted to see what people, I want to see the ugly details. Show me the inside. Show me how it's made. I don't get it, right? So that's why I do that. So here's the inside right here. And then here you can see, this is where I changed the yarn from that chartreuse and the green on every round, right? That's where I did that on the side of the foot. So you don't have the floats, you don't have the stranded, and you're working with one color at a time. And one of my goals this year was to make color work style socks. Because I was a little nervous. I mean, I still want to do some other color work, stranded color work, but I was nervous to do that because I wasn't sure if I went past the leg of the sock that I wouldn't get my floats too tight and then you can't get your foot in it. So you make a beautiful pair of socks. They won't actually fit the intended person. So I was a little nervous on that. So this is my stepping off. Let's do this because we're all learning. Doesn't matter how long we've been knitting or crocheting. I'd do both. Doesn't matter. We're learning. We're all in that learning process and we can always make our craft better. And that's what I'm trying to do. You're like, come on, show me the sock. Show me the sock. It's not done, but you want, oh, come on. Needles everywhere, needles and yarns and strings. But, oh, see, I tried to untangle it beforehand. I obviously didn't do a good job. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? I have turned the heel and I'm on this little straightaway for the, well, I'm not on the straightaway yet. I'm still working decreases. Let me untangle this so I can, we're just not worried about it, tangles. Just not worry about it. It'd be fine. It'd be fine. It'd be just fine. As long as I don't pull them off the needles, we're good. Okay, there we go. So I'm using size 1 knitting needles, most likely Choigu size 1s. I really like those. Not affiliated. I just really like them. So here we go. Look at that. So did I do good? Did I do good? I am so excited. I'm like a child. Oh my gosh. Let me pull up that picture again. Let's see. I know we got to deal with the ring light, but you know, that's what I got. What do you think? What do you think? I think I nailed it. I mean, not bad. I did pretty good with the color of the bright color. Like I said, you can really tell that's more like a navy. I got the dark gray. I prefer the dark gray or a black for that. That's just my opinion. But it set it off and I'm pretty good with the color right there. That's amazing. So super excited with that. And you know, it's not even the end of January and I've turned the heel. Look at that. Look. And this is the same. I'm not going to turn it all the way inside out because I don't want to jack with my needles. But it's the same. You can see that. Look, there are no strands. I'm only working with one color at a time. So you're not going to get, you know, your foot snagged on anything, toenails, we won't talk about that, but you're not going to get your toenails or anything else snagged with any strands. There you have it. And you can see this is where I'm carrying my yarn. And oh my gosh, this is like the coolest pair of socks. I know I've drooled over this pair for a while and just wasn't ready. You know how sometimes you can do it. It's knitting is just knit and purl, and the socks is just a whole lot of knits and little tiny stitches, right? It's not necessarily difficult, but we're not ready up here. And on that, I wasn't ready. I knew it said mosaic, but I was still thinking stranded. And I was like, I'm not ready. I can't do it. It won't look as good. I think it looks as good. Is it perfect? No, but that's okay. It's fine. It's getting there. I'm getting better. Isn't that the fun part, is we're getting better. And this is a confidence boost. This pair right here, and this was all the Barocco sock yarn. So I definitely have to test that before I give that away. I'm not even going to wait for Christmas for this. This is for my daughter-in-law, and I'm going to give these to her next time I see her. So yeah. So I still have to make a whole bunch of pairs because, you know, like I said, if I get extra pairs done, I'm just going to disperse them throughout the year. And I'm probably still going to end up at the end of the year going, I don't have enough. That's all right. I'll be fine. It's still okay. So yeah, that's what I've got going on. To the toes is anything along that line. And speaking of, I had another project that I completely forgot about. Somebody had commented to me and said, hey, have you used the Big Twist Heathers? And I'm like, no, I haven't used the Big Twist Heathers. I don't think so. And they're talking about how soft they are. I'm like, oh, well, with Joann having the going out of business or potential, I did hear some news. I don't know 100% if it's true, but it sounds like it is. I had somebody, one of my subscribers had sent me some information on Joann. And there are 3 people interested in Joann. 2 are liquidators. 1 is not. That means there's hope, right? That means there's hope. And I was told, do the hashtag, do your Joanns. If you're on social media, you're doing anything social media, do the hashtag everybody loves Joann. And this mystery buyer, not able to say names, I don't know, but not able to say names, or they're not able to say who that is. So the mystery non-liquidator, if you do the hashtag everybody loves Joann and your wonderful story about how much you love Joann and how sad it would be and what have you, maybe they'll see it. Social media, you know how that goes. They'll have a heart and they'll buy it as opposed to the as the liquidators. So that was the best news that I had all day as far as that goes. I still have hope. I know if my purchases did anything to give them an influx of cash, you know, I've done my part, right? And I'm sure a lot of us have done the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we've all been kind of going, wait a minute, if Joann goes out, we're not gonna get Big Twist anymore. We're not gonna get Big Twist Heather. I just thought that was funny because I had somebody ask me if I've used this and I told them no. It's not done. And this is totally okay for today because this is supposed to be a big slipper sock. And this is crochet and it's really cool. And I have to go back and look at my notes to figure out, because I don't have the crochet hook with it. Why would I do that? And then I did this in like a day or 2, and then I hurt my wrist or what have you. So I set it in timeout. There you have it. But this is really cool. Look at the inside. Look at that. So that looks like it's knit right here. It's just all the way you're doing the front post stitches, but this is all crochet. It is the thickest thing. I don't want to pull it out. I like it, but I'm gonna have to go back to my other video and everything just to see what was I using on this, because I don't think I wrote it down. And I got this one from a tutorial. I'll find the video and I'll link the tutorial also. It's a fun pattern. It is. It's perfect for, like I said, right now, you know, to the toes. But I haven't done anything with it since then, and that's really kind of sad. I should finish that. I do have 2 skeins of the heather, and I think it'll take just about that. And they'll be these super thick, reversible slipper socks. So I'll see if those get finished or I recycle that yarn. I'm not positive, but yes, I agree. The Big Twist Heather yarn is pretty amazing. And if Big Twist, or if Joann does go out and everything, get your things now. And if they don't, yay, That would be really cool. So I've got hope. I would hope anyway that, and I have no idea what their financials or anything like that, because it's not my business, right? But I would hope that with all of the people talking about Joann Fabrics, all the people on YouTube, and then it's in the news and everything else, and you've got this big outpouring, and you know, I'm not the only one who's done like 3 or 4 orders. I know I'm not. So you've got all of that. That might wake some people up, and it might help their financials a little bit to sell to an actual person and say, hey, do you want to keep this alive? And I'm hoping that maybe the store that I saw that had that urgent sign on it that said urgent, and they were not accepting any more purchase orders from vendors, is what that was. They're third-party people, you know, vendors selling them stuff and everything that they end up selling. They're accepting orders for like me to come in and buy things. They're accepting those orders, right? They're you know, they were open for that. But out of the 3 Joanns that I've just been to recently, the one had the sign on it. So maybe if they close the underperforming store, and that's a really big one. I can't imagine that one being in that situation. But hey, again, I'm not in the books. But maybe if they close all the underperforming and kind of like rein it back in and then kind of rebuild from there, there's hope. I still have hope. I still have hope. We all have hope, don't we? We're like, please don't go away, Joann. You're like my favorite big box store, yarn store place. It really is. It's by evidence of my downstairs overflow yarn area that's like a mini Joann store. Yeah, it's not lip service. It's like my favorite one. And I have a lot of new Joann yarn panic buying from that. Yeah. To include sock yarn, which I'm making squares with. Yes. You know, so I'm not turning my sock yarn into to the toes. No, I'm making squares with that because it seemed logical. It did. I have a lot of sock yarn. I really do. I have a lot of yarn. I got a good collection. I've been collecting for decades. Yes, I have. I have a curated collection. Yes. All right, everybody. Well, I'm cracking myself up. I don't know if I crack anyone else up, but I am cracking myself up. I am so thrilled right now. Well, for one, with the news, the potential of Joann's, don't know. I'm thrilled with that. But I'm also thrilled that I'm out of my comfort zone and working on color work socks. How cool is that? And really upping my game, having fun and upping my game. And am I going to make crazy socks throughout the entire year? Probably not. No. I'm going to make some regular stockinette, round and around and don't pay attention and everything else socks too. But while I'm having fun with the chaos ones, I'm going to ride that wave. That is my whole thing this year, is whatever the thing is. That's why I've been making a lot of squares, because they called to me. Whatever the thing is, ride it until it doesn't call, and then just jump on the next one. And my brain says I'll get more accomplished that way. I'm going to check it out. We're going to find out together, okay? You stick with me through this year and encourage me, because you guys are great. We're going to get there together, and we're going to see if that makes any difference. As I found myself going, hey, you have to do fill in the blank, right? You know, it's like something that I was working on. It's like, you have to finish this, so you have to show it. You have to get so far so you can see something. And I had it sitting in my lap for 3 hours, and I didn't put a stitch on it. And then I finally gave in to myself and said, go pick up your square. And then I was happy. And then I promptly finished the square. So that's what I'm getting at by, I could have just gave in and stopped, you know, and this is all me, right? This is not anyone else. This is total me. This is one side going like this and the other side going like this. And it's just my internal monologue. And I'm like, no, you have to be a good girl. Eat your broccoli first. I'm like, I don't want to eat my broccoli first, right? I want this. I'm like, eat your broccoli. I don't want to. Yeah, I actually do like broccoli. But, you know, that's how I was. I was back and forth like that. And I finally gave up at 3 hours. Because I remember when I sat down and everything and I was going to work on stuff, so I looked at the clock. I don't normally time myself, but I happened to look at the clock. And then when I got up to get what I wanted to work on, I looked at the clock again, and it was 3 hours. And that kind of taught me, it's like, no, don't be so stubborn. Work on the thing you want, and then try to fill in the other things, whatever. But don't turn this into a punishment. I was so childish with me. I wasn't even arguing with anybody else. It was with me. And I just find that the craziest thing ever. And I can't be the only one. I'm not the only one crazy like that. I got the low inside and I've finish this. No, I don't want to finish this. You can't make me. I mean, it's just a back and forth. You're not the boss of me. Yes, I am. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who has these conversations, little back and forth conversations with myself and these little arguments. I mean, they're not like bad arguments, but this back and forth. You're not the boss of me. Kinda, yeah, kinda I am. Yes, I am the boss of me. Yes, I am. So that's my fun part. That's what I'm working on. And right now, while the mood strikes me, I am working on fun, crazy socks in January. And nobody is more surprised about that than me. That's how that works. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I hope you guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.